did a really high energy intro last week, so maybe
Yes.
I'm gonna ready. Hold on.
Tone it down, real.
Some NPR. Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Joystick Show. My name is Robert Rosario. Thank you for joining me. I'm here with my co-host Dylan Diaz. We will
Hello.
be providing some entertainment and education, otherwise known as edutainment, for the next
We'll
30
be talking
30
the
minutes to 60
thrilling
minutes.
exploration of comedy.
Let's drop the NPR
Yeah.
act. I don't know why my voice cracked a little bit while I was coming out of that whisper voice.
Damn, I almost
Fuck
fell
that noise.
asleep.
Bring the energy. Bring
Oh
the
my
hype.
God. Imagine listening to NPR in the morning. You'd fucking
You just like die on the
you
road. You just
just-
like pass
just
out.
crash.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was listening to Top 10 Flags.
And this is the Joystick Show. It's not
Yes.
NPR.
It
This
is
is
not.
not National Public Radio or whatever it is.
Mm-mm.
This is a podcast hosted by two best friends who have known each other for way too long.
Hey.
Where we just try to crack
Too
some
long?
jokes. Way too
No,
long.
I don't think so.
Well, sorry to jump out of this for a second. I didn't know Rhett and Link have known each other since they were like in first grade.
Yeah, they were like babies.
Yeah,
they were
they've known
small.
each other for like 35 fucking years. This shit isn't nuts.
And they lived in wherever, what was that, I forget, North Carolina?
Yeah, one of
and
the
then they
one
had
of the
to move
Carolinas.
out. By the way, speaking of Carolinas, I'm going on vacation to the Carolinas.
Oh
We'll-
shit!
we'll talk
we're
about
gonna
that
discuss
later.
that later.
Yeah.
A little bit something to keep you
Yeah,
hanging
a
around.
little
you know?
scoop.
I also just noticed we didn't do the thumbnail pick, so let's just do one of those old classic live thumbnail picks.
Yeah.
You ready? 1st
Mhm.
thing that comes to mind. Go. That's it. That's
I
the
like that.
thumbnail
I
pick.
like
so now
that.
people who watch
This
it
is like
can
the
go
improv episode.
That,
I like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which also leads into something that I can talk about.
Maybe.
We're fucking segueing things. Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
Am I
Let's-
on a segue right
Yeah.
now? What
Okay,
the fuck is happening?
Can I do the YouTube stuff?
Please do. This
Yes.
is awesome.
Yeah. What's up? Make sure to subscribe to our Vimeo.
Bad start.
Very good stuff. On Vimeo, there's a comment section. You have to comment something down there.
YouTube.
Yeah, Vimeo. Dig.
I just start uploading all of our content to Vimeo.
That's our NSFW stuff.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, make sure to like if you don't already. Make sure to subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe something to comment.
to this
Keep
camera
them
so I
on-
can
keep
point.
them on point.
Yeah.
What should we make them comment?
I thought the
You're
pre.
doing this whole fucking
I thought
thing?
the pre was you though.
You're doing this whole thing.
I know, but I thought the
Oh, the
pre-comment.
pre-question?
Yeah, the pre-question
Oh, I
comment.
just took over the question
Oh.
comment game. You know what I mean? I
Oh,
was-
okay. So we're going to comment down below.
You're swinging it over to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
Yeah.
fuck face.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking solid minute.
Okay.
It's because Dylan has all the stuff in his head that we're talking about today. I didn't do fucking anything.
Yeah, I was the only one with the eventful week, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
So you want to start with you because you have more shit, or should I start because I have more shit?
You should definitely start with me because I have less shit. But I was going to say you should definitely comment if you've been binge watching anything because I've pretty much been doing that. And your recommendations will come very helpful to me because I have a week of no work and I need just to keep myself
Binge shit,
occupied.
yeah.
But, I can
Yeah.
go for it if you
I
want.
can dive right in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not much going on. To be H.
Yeah.
To
be H.
yeah. Like I said, just been watching a lot of TV. Like I went into work Wednesday, Thursday, but even the days I went into work, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you just kind of sat there.
The kids are like in the middle of test prep and stuff like that because they're all like going to high school and shit
Yeah.
later. So like I already have like a low amount of kids, so I have an even lesser amount now that they're usually off doing that instead of in my class, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So like one day I literally went to work to like build a Lego tree. It's literally what I
Pretty
did
useful,
for an
yeah.
hour.
Nice.
And I got paid for that, and I'm not mad about it.
You should bring the money in cash next time so you can visualize it.
visualize the
Damn, I'm making this.
visualize the $120 I made
Yeah.
for making a fucking tree.
And it must suck to like when you have a busy day and you're like, damn, I'm not getting paid enough because I'm actually.
But the thing is like I was talking to my mom about this. I'm weird in the sense that like I don't enjoy days like that, like the ones that I had. I want to actually be working.
Oh yeah. You get it's like your mind kind of gets into that
I think
mode.
part of it is because like I commute so far. Like it's not a crazy commute, but
you want it to be worth it.
Yeah, like I was talking to Jerry and Jessica about it the other night. Like it's the fact that I'm usually out for like 6 hours of the day, and 2 of those hours is commuting.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it really worth that 3.5 hours to go in and do that? So
that makes sense.
But other than that, I've been binge watching some stuff. I wanted to actually shout out 2 shows that I've been binge watching.
Okay.
One new, very, very new, and one old, very, very old. So which one should I do first? What do you
Old.
think? I should do old first. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mentioned an idea to you about a video that I was considering making because I've been binge watching a lot of Whose Line Is It Anyway? So when you mentioned that improv thing earlier, it just got me like...
Got you going,
it electrified my brain, Dylan.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that show's great.
That was
Holy
like
shit.
that was our favorite show back in the day. For those who don't know, we fucking were obsessed.
Dylan had
with
to be
that
the
show.
one guy in our high school to fucking know the jokes when I was trying to pirate that shit.
And even then, I didn't know for sure. I was like, I think this is an original.
Sounds familiar.
It sounds like Colin Mockery. And then I got more into it. And I was like, hey,
Yeah, man,
he's a phony.
I'm gonna talk more about it when I do make the video, and I'm not gonna like spoil what the video I'm making is about, even though Dylan knows. But it's about Whose Line, and
Yes.
I was gonna bring it up in that video, but I'll never forget when we got DirecTV. Like we switched cable providers and we got satellite, but it was also the first time we had DVR. And you look at, and like that's something you have to explain to kids nowadays. It was like, bro, when DVR came out,
That
like
was the
TiVo and that shit,
shit.
that was a game changer.
It was like the biggest deal.
Like you could record a show while you were at school and then come back home and watch
that
it.
shit.
What the fuck?
Record
man?
anything you want, honestly.
So one of the only two
Skip through the
series-
commercials.
Yep.
Like, bro, it's game over.
One of the only two series that I recorded in the entire series of to come home and watch after school in middle school was Whose Line Is It Anyway?
And there was a lot of Whose Line. There was
the
a
other
lot.
being Comedy Central Presents. And if you remember correctly, Whose Line Is It Anyway used to have like 2 spots.
Yeah.
It used to air like 2 episodes every night on like ABC Family at like a weird time slot, like 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they would play like 6 episodes at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, they would just fill all that nighttime. We don't
So
need no.
you'd come home from
No
school and
paid
there'd be like
programming.
fucking 6 episodes to watch. It was awesome.
And Comedy Central Presents, they would also stack those sometimes
Yeah, same
too.
thing.
Like a week. Not, I don't know about a weekend, but
I
like
think
they would
that
just-
one is they would do it. I think they would do it like while we were in school. They would do like a really early morning, like 4 episode block or something like that.
Interesting.
But
makes sense.
regardless, I don't know why I know too much about TV syndication. Goes to show what I did when I was a kid.
You watched good programming.
Yeah, right. But now it's so cool because all those shows are like on streaming services and we can go back and watch them. So I've been watching a lot of that show, and I also like. I was explaining it to Jerry. I think it was to Beta. Regardless, one of the reasons I really like this show, like watching it, and keep in mind I'm watching like the old Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, of
like
course.
the 99 to 07 run.
Yeah, the good one.
It's just like it's weirdly cool to watch old television, you know? Like it's filmed old.
It's dated.
The style is dated. You know what I mean?
It's
Like-
almost like I believe it was Drew Gooden in the Saturday Night Live video. It's like it's a weird way to encapsulate someone's time. Because TV is it spans for over years. It's live, so you see how they change, how they look and stuff.
It was also just cool to see like the jokes that they make about whatever was happening back then. It's just a really cool, like you said, it's like a time capsule to be in almost. So I've been enjoying that very greatly, and I just wanted to share that. The other show I've been binge watching is a show that Joey got me into. I just want to give a really big shout outs. Usually when I feel when I feel heavily about something, specifically like a piece of art that I've watched or that I've enjoyed, I just feel like I have to come on this show and I have to share it with you guys because basically what I'm saying is I'm starting like an Oprah book club but for just shit that I like. And this is going to be like one of the first installments of it, you know, like my fucking face on a sticker and everything.
Yeah.
So I want to give a real big shout outs to Psychic Pebbles, aka Zach Hadel.
Yeah.
Because
is that how you pronounce it last name?
I don't fucking know. It's something like that.
Okay.
But regardless,
you give a completely different person.
yeah, right. No, but what's cool is Psychic Pebbles, along with animators like Ego Raptor and Oni, were people that like Joey and Jerry and I grew up watching on YouTube and stuff like that. And years ago, Oni and Psychic Pebbles specifically were trying to get a show called Hellbenders, like on the air.
Yeah.
And it just existed with like 2 short episodes on YouTube. And when we were younger, it was really funny and the jokes hit. But I went back and I rewatched it recently.
It's pretty cringe.
It is. There's just like a lot of shock humor and stuff.
The
like
animation
that.
is just like I don't know, like someone would just turn into like a skeleton for a second and stuff like that, and like everyone's flabby.
Now, and the long story short, that show never got picked up by any networks. But now Psychic Pebbles finally got a show picked up that he made with his friend. I forgot the other guy's name. I'll put it up here because you got to know it.
Josh.
Sure. I think it's like Michael. But regardless. Michael Josh. But regardless, the show's called Smiling Friends, and it's on Adult Swim. It got picked up for 1 season, 8 episodes, and people are fucking going crazy about it.
Nice.
Joey loves it. He sent me a bunch of clips. Everything he showed me was funny, but because of what I mentioned earlier with the Hellbender stuff, I was really, really hesitant to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that I have to cut that shit out and just watch shit. It's so stupid to be hesitant to watch stuff because of past.
Yeah, I'm
you know
not.
what I mean? I just got to
trauma, man.
Exactly.
It happens. Film, television show trauma.
Yeah. But I went into it. All 8 episodes are on HBO Max. I streamed them, and holy shit, it's got to be one of the funniest fucking television shows I have ever watched. It's honestly like right up there with Family Guy. Honestly, we could just watch like the first couple of episodes. The last thing I wanted to say about it is one of my all-time favorite things that the show does is the show exists in like a universe that's fucking super bizarre. Like all of the characters are animated differently. Not only do they look differently, they're literally animated differently. In fact, some of the characters in this animated world are like live action people.
Amazing.
It's just very bizarre in that aspect.
Yeah.
Not to mention like the stuff in the world, like story-wise, is just bizarre. Like there's enchanted forests and shit like that. It's not like a real world. Yeah, it's like a very bizarre world.
Almost sci-fi. Almost.
But
it's better to be.
Yeah. But every single episode managed to like slip in like one or 2 minute joke or like piece of dialogue between two characters that's like a little too real, like a little too relatable, and you're like, what the fuck? It just doesn't match, but it's so funny. I love it so much.
It gives it a like emotional tie.
So Smiling Friends gets 2 thumbs up from Bobby's Watch Club.
Is that the face?
Yeah,
on the sticker. We'll sell that.
Definitely. What have you been up to, homie?
Yeah, so I've had a busy weekend. So start off with like watching stuff. My big thing now lately is like music video essay guys, which I found out is like a big part of YouTube that like I wasn't watching. And there's probably like 50 YouTubers that are just like they'll just take an artist or take something and then just I don't know, they'll do like a whole band's history and shit.
Oh wow.
Good stuff. There was one I watched about how like essentially how Blink-182 blew up, and a lot of people think it was but it was actually What's My Age Again, the video where they're running around naked.
Oh yeah.
It was that was the one, because it was like encapsulated them as like being like they were punk but like in like a brattish way. Yeah, it was like a party where like you can't do that on television type. And that was their way of like rebelling. And but they're also known as a band that sold out per se. Yeah, they like got very poppy and stuff, but it's like, but they not really. You go back and listen to their old stuff, it sounds the same. Yeah. It's just not as good. But my brother got engaged. Shout outs, Corey, man. I put a lot of hard work into this. I ordered a total of 3 things on Amazon for my brother, because my brother does not have Prime. His girlfriend had Prime, and he couldn't. He couldn't order that. Now fiance. But yeah, he crafted like a beautiful thing. Like she got her nails done. Obviously, that's like an essential. And then they came back. He had like flowers and stuff on the floor. Camera set up. It was good. Nice. That's good. He needed I wish you were there. He needed a cinematographer for sure. Sorry, man. Like the camera, bad lighting. It was like, it's funny you bring that up. It wasn't landscape. We cut a cake for my Titi Naomi last night because we had her over. And the video I filmed for it for my iPhone looked cinematic as fuck. Yeah. I showed it to my own. He was like, what the fuck? I just imagine like a pan shot, like a fucking thing. It just comes in. The composition was great. There's a lot of depth in that one. Perfect head above the frame. Like what the fuck? But yeah, beautiful crafted like plan that all came together. Yeah. Apparently, like everyone was nervous. I don't know. Like I guess that's a very nerve-wracking. But thing. Also, like she was gonna say yeah. So it was like, I know it's not nervous about that. It's just more so you want it to go right. You don't want anything to fuck it up. But it's not much went on. We just had dinner in Little Italy. For the record, if you're nervous about whether or not your partner's gonna say yes, it's probably a bad sign. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna propose to her. Let's see what the fuck she says. Like, at a football game, like it's always like on the jumbotron. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was very nice. I had mad good food, a lot of wine, so much wine, in fact, that I went home and then I woke up and it was 7 a.m. Jeez. Yeah. I wasn't drunk though. I was just like tired. Yeah. And it was like not a long ride home, but we made like multiple stops on the way home. Transferred cars a couple of times. What? Where were you? Little Italy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was nice though. It was a very nice restaurant, like all like rustic looking. 4 leanies. Which
Where were the other 3?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's more than 4. No joke.
We gotta go to 5 leanies.
We gotta go to 13 leanies. But like I remember I walked in
shit.
and there's a photo of like all the 4 leanies that have foregone past.
Yeah. It's like when you see like a Chinese restaurant, it's like China Sun number 3.
Yeah,
it's like, where the fuck are the other 2?
Yeah, but this one was interesting because it was like it showed them, and it was like an in memoriam kind of. And I saw it, and they were like, "Who's running the restaurant now?" And it was like 3 Forlini's, and like 4 died. I'm like doing the math. I'm like, do you multiply 6 times 4? Is that 24 Forlini's? 24 leanies. You know, crazy stuff.
Anytime we talk about numbers, it's the stupidest fucking thing.
It's funny, bro.
It's like anytime we talk about numbers without Jerry, it's like bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Jerry's like, well, actually, if you...
Can I cut you off for 1 second?
Yeah.
Because I think you'll actually get a real big treat out of this.
Yeah.
So I told my mom yesterday that you would not be joining us for the NBA All-Star thing we were doing last night because your brother was getting engaged. And my mom was like, oh, I'm so happy for him. It's really, really sweet. And I told her, I was like, have you ever seen Dylan's brother?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I've never seen him. So I told her this, you know what I tell everybody. I'm like, it's like imagine Dylan with like Mark Wahlberg's face. And it's
that's honestly, that's his like descriptor.
Yeah,
like,
right?
He's like,
So I showed her and she was like, holy shit, you're right.
Yeah.
But then I realized, I was like, have you ever seen Dylan's parents? She was like, no.
Wow.
And even then, like the last time she would have seen him was like graduation and passing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have your dad on Facebook and he has that. Granted, it's a super old picture of like your 8th grade graduation.
Yeah. The real old one. Yeah.
So I showed him that, and my parents were like, "Oh my god, we've never seen Dylan's parents before." It was like this crazy awakening moment for them.
Wow, that's so true. I didn't.
They were
realize
fighting
that.
over which one you looked like, and I was really looking at it.
Come on, like that's so easy.
Well, what do you think it is?
What? It's like I'm mostly my dad for sure.
So you'd say that?
Yeah.
But you have your mom's fucking smile. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. When you're happy, you look like your mom, and when you're like serious, you look like your dad.
I like that.
You see, that's what I'm trying to say.
No, but that's me personality wise too.
I
would say if I'm more on like the angry side,
reserved. It's
yeah. But also like I don't want to say high strung, but like more energized and you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a valid point.
It was just funny to show them that for the first. You've seen my parents like over 1,000 times.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, where it was like we just make everyone hang out, you know.
Yeah, one day just see the vibe.
Yeah. My dad will talk to everyone. Does not matter.
Oh, my dad will too.
Yeah. Like my dad literally was like the mayor of Forlini's though. Like
my dad is the mayor of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, for sure. I believe that.
Every time we go to Bushwick, he just sees somebody. He know, Bobby, yo, what's up? It's like, who the fuck is that?
And there's like more like population like density. You know what I mean? In Brooklyn, so it's like you definitely like it's packed, filled with like more people you see.
I love when my dad like tries to explain who the people are that we see. He's like, you know, so he'll say somebody I know, right? He'll be like, you know Eddie, right? I'll be like, yeah, okay. So that's Eddie's sister's little brother's son's
cousin.
Wife. And I'm like, all right, cool. And he's like, so her son. And I'm like, bro, just pick one. You know what I mean? Just like fucking tell me who that is. Like, it's so much.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And then what's crazy is like I'll see these people in passing, and then I'll go to my grandma's house, and then these people that I saw once and don't remember will be like, "Hey, Bobby's boy," and I just gotta be like, "Yo," just like,
hello.
Please don't stab me. Really appreciate it.
Well, if you ever get into some trouble, you just yell out the call.
That's the thing. That's like not even a joke.
Like the whistle.
The whistle. Yeah. There's a whistle, a family whistle. I'm not gonna do it because then people are gonna steal it. You know. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
My lip. Now I'm gonna get nervous. My lips.
No, don't do it. It's fine.
That is the patented Rosario whistle, right?
Okay.
So fun fact.
Hit the notes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Whenever you go to my grandma's house, my grandma lives in the projects, but she lives on her floor. She lives at the very corner of the hallway. So the fucking, what's the word? The tradition that we would do is you would get out of the elevator and you would do the whistle in the hallway. And it would like bounce off the walls. And before you got to the end, the door was open and grandma was waiting for you. That's just how it goes.
Okay.
To this day,
I like that.
You be at grandma's house, even if you're inside, and you'll hear the whistle from somebody and you'll just know it's somebody. It's almost crazy because like you can tell by the whistle at this point who it is. Like if it's real loud and high pitched, it's my dad. But if it's low and high pitched, it's like my cousin Jasmine. It's like a weird thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Everyone has. It's so complex. I'm like learning.
Is,
it's like I'm learning a new language or
something.
But
honestly, the joke is that if you're ever like one of us and you're like in Brooklyn or in that neighborhood and some shit goes down, that the chances are you could do the whistle and somebody will fucking pop out to help you.
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, no, for sure. You have a lot of.
Got a lot
Knights
of
in the
representation.
That militia though, honestly, is just
that's like it's always funny to me because like I have that background of quote unquote growing up in Bushwick and in the projects. I don't really say the hood because it was a decent upbringing. It's definitely not what it was in like the 70s or 80s when my parents were growing up there.
Oh yeah, it was.
And it's definitely wasn't like as bad as some other neighborhoods in like East New York or something like that. It was a very like cultural upbringing. Yeah. But it's funny because I do have that part of my life where like practically 75% of my upbringing was in the projects, was in Bushwick. So
yeah, it was interesting because it wasn't here yet.
I always tell people like I just came to Queens to sleep because then I would go to school in Brooklyn, go to church in Brooklyn, go to grandma's in Brooklyn.
Just everything in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
wild.
It's funny.
And I'm weird. I'm the complete opposite. Like I never did anything in Brooklyn. I did everything in my little like
your island,
little square footage. Like that's it. I never like honestly, it was like a big event. Like when I went to like a school trip. And we all got on the fucking. We didn't even take a bus. Sometimes we took the train. Getting on like a crowded fucking train with like 25 students. We took like the 4. I'm like, whose idea was this shit?
I was telling somebody about. I was talking to somebody at a party recently, and they were talking about how they used to see my mom take the L train from Brooklyn. Because speaking of that, my mom would drop me off at school, and then she would park the car and take the L into the city.
Which I have an L train story after this. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
But no, she was just like he was telling me at the party, like, man, I remember when she would like drop you off, and you were like this small, and I was like, yeah, I remember those days. And it just got me thinking, like, my mom would bring me to the city to her job, like, once or twice a year. And that was a fucking huge deal, bro. Like, going on the train was, like, an experience. It was like, this is the train day. You'd wait for it. It would come. You get on the fucking seat. It was crazy. And now you're an adult, and the train sucks fat dick.
It's, honestly, I still don't hate the train.
I'm not a fan of the train.
If it's on time, I'm chilling on the train.
Nope.
It's not that bad.
Like, don't get me wrong.
I take a way longer commute than you, and I'm like more positive about it.
No. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm huffing and puffing walking up to the train. I'm definitely at a state of calm. I think it's more so that I'm just over it at this point.
Oh yeah, for
and you just have to live with it.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
you find your comfort in it, right? Like you find your way to get comfy on your bag or lean your head and put your AirPods in. But it is still just fucking annoying. What I will give it though is as an internet podcast comedian. Great fucking material. Holy shit. You just get some great stuff to talk about.
I have some crazy shit to say.
Which is what we're rolling into now.
Yeah.
Please do.
Okay. So I have to craft, like I said, I have to craft a very unique way to get to school. I've tried like 8 different routes. The Ziploc?
Yep. I told you I was going big last episode. I forgot.
Shit.
Today we've got a medley of nacho cheese with Cool Ranch.
Oh, shit.
So just chew out of mic. And
oh, my God.
I mean, you can't eat right now because your story time until go for it.
So, I realized that the fastest route to get to school, my school, is to take the A to the L, or coming back, it's faster, taking the L to the A. That's like the quickest route. And then I walk up, it's like 11 blocks. Or walk down when I'm going back. So I took it there. It was mad fucking quick. I was like, all right, I'm going to take this way home. Perfectly going to work out. I get on the L, I wait. I look and I see a sign that's like, oh, delays because of construction. So now the L is just running a train that's always crowded. Especially in that little, the First Avenue to Brooklyn, there's like a 2-stop window where it's like mad packed.
If I could stop you for 1 second,
yeah,
for the small percentage of people who watch this show who are not from New York City and who are not in on this, the L train is a train that has been under construction for like the past 15 years. And also just happens to be like one of the most used trains.
It is honestly the gentrification express.
Yeah,
like every community that
runs
the L
from
train
like
was
Bushwick
on,
to Manhattan.
Yeah, that's like the main route, and then it even takes like a crazy turn and goes all the way down to like Canarsie. Like it's a really long route. But this train was now running at fucking half speed. So now every like 5 minutes, it was every 11 minutes. So I'm looking around and the train, like I'm on like third out. I'm on like the least busiest station and it's like packed. So I'm like, oh, this train's going to be like unable to get on.
Yeah.
So I go to like all the way to the back. There's like no one near me, but the train is like still booked. So I like squeeze in. And now I am face to face, like I'm face to face with a woman holding the sign, and I smell the alcohol on her breath already. And it's not even late. It's like 7, right? I'm like, they probably got like dinner after like work or whatever. Next stop is First Avenue. I see a guy with a leather jacket and a ponytail just go, hey, like mad loud. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, I told you to move. You're gonna move again. And then like someone moved, and then a bunch of other people moved to like get out of his way because he had to go from like all the side to First at like to get off the train. And then as he was walking out, and he's like, "You're not gonna like to see what happens, you know? You don't want to see what happens or whatever." And then the drunk girl just looks at me and she's like, "You really don't want to know. You don't want to know." And I'm like, "He was yelling at you." And she was like, "No, he was yelling at you." I'm like, "I'm over here. I wasn't even blocking." He was like, "But there was another lady over there," and she just looked over like, "No, like not me, like whatever." And then she's looking and she's like, "Well, you have a very punchable face." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I've been told that before." She's like, "Have you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hope gladly by no one who's wanted to punch me in the face." So, and by the way, this is like the most intimate conversation I've ever had, because we're like on the train like this. We're just talking through like the yellow thing that like the hole in it, like the
double pole.
The double pole, and we're just talking through the double pole the whole way, and the train's booking it because it's like in the tunnel, and I just had like a 5-minute conversation with this woman.
It's funny. With
her and then her like British boyfriend or whatever was just sitting there like,
hello.
Yeah, just like, I'm on the train today. Like fucking just saying,
I'm taking the trolley.
Like he was just talking. He's like, something funny happened at work, and then she would just like turn and not talk to me anymore, but then come over and be like, I wonder what he was gonna do. Like she's like kept going. I'm like, okay.
Wow. So that reminds me. I took the A into work this week and saw a fight, or rather a verbal altercation between a young black woman and a very old Chinese man. And it was exactly as hilarious as you picture it. This is gonna get a little on the racy side.
I was gonna say, how racy will it get?
I'm gonna do a little voice acting here. That's all it is.
Which one?
Of the gentleman, right? I think what happened, because I wasn't really like cognizant.
Let's see how this man talks to a gamer.
I wasn't very like cognizant as to what happened at the very beginning, but I think what happened is they got onto the train at the same time and they bumped into each other, and it wasn't even that packed. It was like a moderately packed train. So they bumped each other, whatever. But that's when like they started like yelling at each other.
Oh shit! What?
And the black woman was doing the typical like, "Not today, don't fuck with me, you don't want this, da da da." And she was like, "You don't want to fuck with this woman." She did not.
What time? What time of the day is this?
Very like early. It's like 1 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. So not that bad. But hey.
So she, not the woman to fuck with. It's like Nostrand, I think.
Oh, okay.
Fucking the Chinese man starts yelling at her, but then he's like, "Shut your dumb mouth! Shut your stupid dumb fucking mouth!" And then she got really upset. She's like, "What you said about me? What, you call me stupid? No, I call you dumb stupid. Cause you dumb stupid. You fucking dumb stupid."
Dumb stupid.
So
I would have just started laughing.
No, but that's the thing.
I would have just started laughing.
So I'm trying to fucking like hide the laughs, but I look up and there's a dude sitting in front of me on the corner seat of the A, and he looks up and we catch eyes and we both start fucking crying, Dylan. Like I made a friend that day, bro, because we couldn't hold it. Like we were fucking crying, bro.
I just imagine you like he has his face this way and you're doing the impersonation, like you're doing one side each.
But it was because like the thing is I've never heard someone so angry, but also like so like hard to make out at the same time. So he was like, fuck you, stupid, fuck dumb, fuck. And I'm like, holy shit, like this. And he got so angry, he got up and he like left. He's like, "I don't want to be on the train with you," and he like left. I've never seen that. I've never seen somebody get on the train, get angry, and then like walk off the train. It was insane. And he didn't even like go to another cart. He just sat down. Maybe he was like not all there, but
what the fuck?
Fucking hilarious.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't talk to anybody. Anyone wants to talk to me, it's nope.
Yeah.
I talk.
Give him a nod.
Even if I'm taking the train with someone I know, I'm not talking much.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable volume at most. I don't want people eavesdropping in my conversation. Mad people with no headphones on the fucking train. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are people doing? Maybe is this like it's prejudice because like all people can't afford a $2 pair of headphones or whatever. But like buy a pair of headphones, man.
Yeah.
Like what do you do? Like come on.
It's not fun.
I'm trying to listen to the screeching of the A train
and the intelligible people who run it.
They don't even do it anymore. I feel like they don't. They only do it.
They do it.
Most of the trains I get on, they don't do it. But then they do it when what's it called? Like when it gets crowded, and then you just hear it come on, and it's like there's a train right behind us. Yeah. There's a train.
It's always they're like mad at you.
They're looking at the schedule, and it's like 8 minutes. You're like, bro, there's not a train right.
There's a train right behind us. It's like, all right, it's not my fault.
Yeah. It's not me. Fucking individualism out of here. You think people are taking the train as groups? Most often not.
What are we getting for food?
I don't know.
By the way, it's like 3 p.m. I think this is officially the only time we filmed the podcast.
This is a lazy Sunday podcast.
Yeah, this is the only time we've done the show not at night, like in the daytime. It's kind of weird. But,
I like it.
But yeah, I'm hungry AF. So what are we eating? We said beforehand we were gonna order live on the show. Mm-hmm. But you down for like Popeyes?
Okay.
I've been trying to get it for like a couple days, and everybody that I've tried to get it with has had it already. So I'm like, fuck.
I never get Popeyes.
Sounds good. That's the vibe.
I've had bad experiences as Popeyes as like a family, so my family never gets it, and I never go out of my way to be like, all right,
let me get some mac and cheese. That's what I'm gonna get. All right, ordered. There you go. Go for you. I'll hold down the fort. This episode of the Joystick Show is brought to you by Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen. Love that chicken from Popeyes. I fucking wish it was, Dylan. Holy hell.
This podcast is brought to you by Sparkling Poland Spring.
I hate sparkling water.
This one's mad good.
I hate all sparkling
the one, and it's $1. Imagine buying this much liquid for $1.
That's $1?
Yeah. Fucking Cherry Valley, bro.
Not even like a regular water that big is $1.
These ones are mad cheap. At Amazon, if you're a Prime member, it's less than $1 at Amazon Foods.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and at Cherry Valley, it's like $1. With tax, it's like $1.08.
I hate sparkling water. I've always hated it since I was a kid.
It's
I remember
tasty,
my first sip of Perrier, and I was like, nope, never again. I've tried like the White Claws and every other like fucking company that makes a hard seltzer now. They just suck.
Oh, the hard seltzers aren't good. Oh, they make me want to vomit for sure.
Off the topic,
I do not know what to order. What should I get?
I got a spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh, okay. That's usually what I go for.
Yeah. I mean, the nuggets are pretty good. The tenders are pretty good. All the chicken at Popeyes is pretty good. Even the shrimp at Popeyes
love that chicken from Popeyes.
Shout out to the one time I ordered like a 12-piece nuggets, and they threw in like 25 nuggets and 15 fried shrimp. It was the best day of my life. I didn't eat all of it, but I ate a lot of shrimp and chicken at the same time. They should have that. I think they had that at one point, like a deal where it came with chicken and shrimp. Such a good combo.
Oh, I have to pick sauces?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think you picked 2. No, I was going to say, to swing it off of the topic of hard seltzer and Popeyes, which is very unhealthy, I did a pretty healthy activity yesterday.
What'd you do?
I went to the gym.
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't been to the gym since I was like 20. I'm 25 for reference. It's been a while, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, I went to the, the one in Atlas Park?
Yes.
The New York Sports Club. Went there, found out.
You should have went to Equinox.
Equinox, where's that?
They're in the city. They're like the really, it's like $200 a month or whatever. Yeah. It's like mad expensive.
No, whatchamacallit, I found out they do like a 5-day trial. So like you go in with a little coupon that you get from the website, and then like you get 5 days to work out essentially. You just like leave your ID at the front desk. But it was cool, I lifted some weights, did some machine exercises.
I like that. That's a good idea.
And now I can't use my arms. Yeah. I think they have like a sale right now, so if you're genuinely interested, it's actually not too bad. But I don't know, I'm not a real big fan of working out in public gyms.
No, I remember at COVID, once the quarantine prices went down, I bought a bunch of shit. I even have like a weighted vest. Like I have a lot of shit at my house.
Yeah.
That's just like in one of my drawers.
Oof. Sorry, my arms actually are fucking like destroyed. Dylan was watching me like struggle. Yeah. Setting up this podcast.
Like everything is like,
slow, calculated movements.
Yeah. Don't waste any strength.
I did biceps, so it's like all this and shoulders. Ooh, That was another thing I did.
Oh, those just get sore anyways. Like they just kind of sit there.
This was the first time because the thing is after my seizures, I did start to do like calisthenics exercises.
Yeah.
A lot of body weight stuff, push-ups, sit-ups, things of that nature. This was the first time I ever went to the gym post that. So I did like maybe 4 or 5 exercises prior to when I started doing, like, I don't really know what they're called, but they're like single arm, like you go above your head and you pull the weight down like that.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah. But the thing is since I overextended a little bit, I went in for the first one and just felt my shoulder like literally buckle.
Oh shit.
And I was like, nope. And I bet it was literally like, yep, chill. And I was like, I'm good. I'm not gonna do that.
That ain't
one.
the move.
I'm gonna sit that one out. Go to the rowing machine. That one was fun. But holy shit, man, I feel it's a good feeling. But like earlier when I was down here in the basement, my muscles were sore and it was getting hot, so I was sweating and I felt like I had a fever.
Oh no,
just,
yeah.
So I
You
was
feel
like,
weak.
I feel shitty.
Yeah,
like, this sucks.
Not a good feeling. I would get that. Yeah, I would get like so dehydrated after when I would go to the gym, so I would just go home and just like pour water in my face.
That was another thing. I forgot to bring water.
Like lying down, I'm waterboarding myself for hydration's sake.
It's like when you came back from recess as a kid and you're just like your mouth is glued to the fucking water fountain.
Yeah.
The people are waiting for you. It's just like no, I'm
No,
not done.
I need like 15 seconds. I'm sorry, man. Sorry,
Bro,
Joe.
you know those like old boomer memes where people are like, I used to drink out of the faucet, like shit like that. Yeah. I have a distinct memory where one time I came back from gym at my old school and I was super, super thirsty. And the old janitor was like mad cool. And he's like, here you go. And he like opened like his sink for me. And it was like it's not a gross sink, but it was like had like paint stains and shit like in it or whatever. But for some reason, you know how New York tap water be. Bro, that was like the best water I ever drank in my life.
I don't know. Water out of a slop sink is like the best. Like, I don't know what it is.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
It's fucking strange.
Yeah, I don't know. That's water, especially water pressure, can really make or break the water, you know?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Too much. I hate low water pressure. Yeah, it's the worst fucking thing.
Like my shower it's inconsistent at times, but it's by far like the best water pressure I've ever had at like any place I've ever stayed at.
No, I like that.
Like it like literally like have you ever been on like the lazy river and it's like the really fast waterfall that just like pelts you? That one. You? Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's like that.
I'm gonna go to Dylan's house to take a shower.
Oh, bro, you could literally like I stay in there a long time because I simmer, you know. I let like, you know, I have it really hot in there.
Yeah.
But, like, you could literally take a shower. If I could speed run that shit, like, I could do, like, 2 minutes because the water is just so hard. It's like,
I like to
shit will just, like, if I had dirt on me, it would just evaporate off.
I like to take quick showers, but I can't take them too quick. Like, because the thing is I used to take really, really long showers. Like, I would take, like, 20-minute, 30-minute showers because, you know, I bring a speaker in, listen to music.
I've seen you do that.
Yeah. You've seen me in the shower?
I've seen you take a speaker, go down, and then
okay.
yeah.
Just making sure. I don't know if you've been creeping through my window or whatever.
Not lately.
But, anyway. Yeah, I've been trying to shorten them down to like 5-minute showers, but I still can't because I just have so many processes that I have to go through, you know? I've got this on my face, and this requires like its own wash and conditioner.
Oh, yeah, whole process.
Yep.
I could never deal with that.
Mm-hmm. I ran out recently, so I gotta get another. Gotta keep it fresh. Gotta keep it.
Beard of the Month Club wasn't coming in the clutch.
Get us a fucking sponsor, please. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. I'm gonna look for a new oil.
Yeah. Speaking of beards, there was a Swiss guy who had a really cool beard, and he won gold in men's slalom.
Oh,
men's skiing slalom.
Yeah, in what, Dylan?
The Winter Olympics in beautiful China.
Yeah,
I put it on the sign. You always, but I at first we were like, could we omit this out? But then you can because if it's on the sign, you got to talk about it.
You got to talk about it.
It's like a year bad luck if you don't talk about what's on the sign.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is actually.
But yeah, the Olympics are fucking like the most dangerous thing. I never realized. Like the Summer Olympics is so safe.
Yeah, the Winter Olympics.
Like, what are you gonna do? Drown? Like the Summer Olympics is not that dangerous.
It's funny you bring this up. I went on Wikipedia. I think it was like the week before the Olympics started, like a little while ago.
Yeah.
And the article that came, you know how like Wikipedia, fucking way to go, Dylan. The article, you know how Wikipedia has like a main article that'll pop up before you search anything, like it's like the top 5 trending things. It was the article about the guy. Do you remember the luge guy who died in the luge? Like
that's on YouTube.
Like 2 Winter Olympics ago.
Yeah.
So it was that article. So I started reading about it. Well, rereading it since I knew about it, and it led me to start reading about like all of the deaths that have occurred at the Olympics. And if you go on Wikipedia, there's like a fully detailed list where it's I think he was like the 7th person to die like in the Olympics, but then there's like a whole other list of people. Like there was like the Munich massacre where they like at the Munich Olympics they took I think it was like the Israeli men's wrestling team hostage and they killed all of them or something like that, like a terrorist attack. But then like in the Winter Olympics specific things, there's like 15 people who just like went skiing before the event and weren't even like Olympic skiers and just like broke their neck, fell into like a fucking machine and died. It's like yeah,
that's insane.
There was literally like, and they explained like how they died. It's crazy. There's like one guy who was like skiing on a mountain and he just like bumped into a guy and fell under like a big snow plow machine that just crushed him.
That's insane.
Like how fucking insane is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
because it's already dangerous enough. Like the actual performances. By the way, I've been watching this, and is it racist to like, or prejudice, I should say, to get mad at China for like half-assing some of this stuff? Because it's like they built these things in like industrial areas, and it's like I was watching women skiing, and at first I thought it was just like the woman go too hard, because it's like that's a lot of sports where it's like near the end women go crazy and they're just like flying down the mountain, but like every person in the finals crashed in the exact same spot.
Crazy.
It would be comical if they weren't flying down a mountain. Yeah. Because it's like a jump and then a turn. It's like, who made this shit? Like they jump and they're going so fast, and it's like you have to make like a tight turn. It's like no one can make that, especially if you're booking it. And it's just again and again, I'm like, oh, this is.
So that guy that got knocked out cold and just kind of like slid down the rest of the mountain. Shit was crazy.
Wait, is that luge you're talking about?
No, it was like a skiing thing.
Oh.
He came. I don't know what it's called. I don't really know the events too well, but
is it where you have to go through the gates?
No. He came out of a jump and it was just hill after hill after hill.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
mad
yeah,
bumpy.
Yeah.
But on one of the bumps, he went back and his head, like his body.
Oh, was that the guy that got fucked up?
I think he's okay.
No, but like I think there was a guy who had like a fractured skull and like rib problems.
Oh, I don't know, but I know that guy knocked himself out, and literally for like 30 seconds he's just like falling down a mountain.
Holy shit! Yeah, there's a lot of I saw like a lot of luge, which we know is dangerous, and all the skeleton and all those. But to see like how often those people crash, like I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do that at all. And then there's like, oh, you have to like roll off, and then there's like a specific form you have to fucking take, because like if you don't get the form, then you'll just bounce around everywhere and die. It's like, what?
Did you hear about the U.S. athlete who won gold in like women's speed skating?
No.
She's like some chick that literally just started speed skating like 3 years ago. She was like, "Oh, I've never tried it before."
And I'm really, that's amazing.
She's incredible at it. Yeah.
Like, what did I hear? It's like that with a lot of basketball players. Like Joel Embiid.
Oh, really?
He started playing basketball when he was like 15.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he just like dunked over everybody. He's like, oh, man, good.
That's nuts.
And then he learned how to shoot, and then that's when he like got so good. Because before that, he couldn't shoot. That's why like you never heard of him like 5 years ago.
Slightly on the topic of height, here's your fun fact of the episode. I found out Will Smith has been his adult height since he was 13.
Shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Being 13 and being like 6 foot, whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah,
like
and
8.
just chilling. Yeah.
Nuts.
Wild. But yeah, Olympics are hype as hell. Mm-hmm. Like I was saying, it was like the last run of the day, and this Swiss guy beat a record, and it was like the hypest thing I've ever seen.
That's dope.
Yeah, we'll watch it out. He has a funny name too.
Olivander Smithvakiwak.
No, they always have weird names. It's like Willick Bouse, you know, like it's like short. They're always like really short, or it's like giant, like Schmeitenschmitz or something, you know, like some long ass name.
Well. It is it's about that time. We said earlier it's a lazy Sunday, so we're gonna keep it a little shorty warty so that I have time to Eddie.
Oh yeah, because we're doing this a little late. We're doing this on Holy Sunday.
On the Lord's Day.
Letty Deddy?
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Honestly speaking. What was I gonna say?
Jam and Yum?
I'm so out of it. I'm like literally trying to figure out what the fuck to do next on the show, and it's the thing that we do every single episode of the fucking
Bobby. What do we do? How do we close the episode?
Dylan, this is what happens when you start the episode and I don't do the YouTube shit.
You're off.
It fucks me
Bobby
up,
just shuts down. He turns into a shell.
Yeah, I just like, what is my life anymore? I don't.
I'll go first, right?
In what? We didn't introduce it. It's the Jam and Yam.
Yam.
We need a graphic for that.
Yam and yam.
That
It
needs
to be 2-part, right? Like the
and yeah, for sure.
that sound effect.
We'll get working on it for the revamp. There's gonna be a revamp coming soon. I'm talking new intro.
It's all like
and
neon
graphics.
for no reason.
Yup,
It's
yup.
like
For sure. Yep. You got it. So you want to go first?
yeah, I'll go first.
Go for it.
My song, my yam is "Getting Over It" by King Theta.
Cool.
Essentially to explain the song, it's like imagine like a poppy band, a pop punk band from like the mid 2000s. They make a trap song.
Weird.
Yeah. It's
Weird.
good. Yeah, like you think it's gonna be like the American Pie soundtrack,
Okay, yeah.
and then it turns into a banger, and you're
What
like,
the
hold,
fuck?
wait, you're
I
like,
need to hear that right after this. That sounds crazy as hell. That's so weird.
yeah, no, it's good. It's good, and it's like there are other songs like it, but I feel like a lot of they're kind of like corny, you know, like they get like too emo with it, and then I'm like, all right, you're crying on a trap song. This is like ridiculous. But they do it like there's like live guitar does so much to a hip hop beat. Like I don't know what it is, even if it's like a sample.
No, it
or
does.
Like
It
actual,
super does.
It just adds.
I honestly
so much
live instruments in general do so much to a hip hop beat. Like hearing an actual drum set over like or
808s and
like
shit
even
like even like a boom bap beat on like a drum set is like
it's
incredible.
it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
Or even like hearing that beat but in like a different style is still cool. I don't know. I'm just a fan.
No, that is.
I'm a fan of actual
We're just big.
acoustic drums.
We're big music nerds. Like it's like we made a segment at the end of our
That shows
podcast.
where we talk about music we've been really listening to.
Damn,
And-
I should have picked the fucking video essay thing. Whatever.
Anyway,
fine.
my jam of the week is actually a song that I think is fucking sick as hell. It's called "We'll Be in Love" by Anonymuz. It's basically
Anonymuz.
it's anonymous, but then when it gets to the MO part, you take out the OUS and replace it with UZ. So it's like Anonymuz. You got?
Anonymuz.
Pretty cool song. Funny enough, I got a song like the second one to play in my Discover Weekly this week.
Yeah.
Was a different song that's by a guy named Ahmad Anonymous, but it's like a different spelling of Anonymous.
Uh-huh.
But you know who's featured on it?
Anonymous.
Anonymous. I shit you not.
You should have picked that.
I right, but
Double,
and that song's heat too. It's also
double
on the
the
jams.
num.
So I was listening to it, was dope, and then like 6 seconds later, I heard this song and I was like, this song's dope, and it's Anonymous, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's taking over my fucking Discover Weekly. So "We'll Be in Love" by Anonymous, mad cool. He's got like a really soulful voice, but he also raps, so a lot of talent there,
Ooh.
and very funky. I like it.
I like when people are talented.
Me too.
It's very, very important for music.
That's why I have a
believe it or not.
talented best friend like you.
Woo! Thank you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us for episode 78 of the Joystick Show. Jesus Christ, we're really getting up there, man.
We are.
2 weeks, we're gonna be octogenarians.
We should just stop. I mean, we shouldn't stop numbering them because then you won't find anything. But like, at one point, it's just not like doesn't matter.
The Joystick Show again.
Yeah, the title is just like some random shit.
Yeah, right.
We should have. I don't know. Is it too late to like come up with a theme for titling?
No.
Okay.
It's the hardest part of uploading the podcast.
We should.
For me.
You know how like the gang does blank. You know, like that. We should do something in that.
No one cares about blank.
Yeah.
I'm down, but
Yeah.
somebody. Here's my gripe with this.
Can we send it to like creative on that one? Can we like?
But here's my gripe with
we
this
have a
fucking
team.
Dylan.
We have like a little team. Of
I'm
nerds,
in charge of actually making this shit.
and you do a wonderful job.
And then
yeah.
I bring up ideas to you guys, and I'm like, what about this? And then I don't hear anything for like a fucking week.
And then I'm like, oh, that's good. That's what you get.
If we actually,
you get me agreeing, and that's it.
If we actually had like you, Joey, and fucking Jerry to actually like
in
sit
a room
down,
together,
not even in a room, we have a fucking Instagram chat where you can just answer
Yeah.
the fucking questions and be like, this is cool. This is cool.
that chat is used for Joey's bad memes. Okay, that's
Apparently.
that's what it's used for.
Apparently, but I would really love to get some fucking work done. It's not my fault. Dylan can attest. It's definitely not mine.
For sure.
But I'm always down to make the podcast as great as we can, for sure. Like we said, there's a lot of changes coming soon. Not only in terms of furniture and lighting, but also in terms of theme and
I've been going through some
comedy.
changes.
Some changes.
Changes.
Them
indeed.
changes. And Thundercat starts playing.
You want some change?
Thanks for catching us. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the Joystick Show. To Team Joystick. Jesus Christ. Can't subscribe to a video series.
Yeah, you can.
If you could.
They subscribe for the
Yeah,
series and all these other series.
If you could, you should though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If you want to, you should. You should make a second account. Give it to your grandma or grandfather, and have them subscribe.
That's double the sub.
We
That's
want-
dub sub.
We want that. We want your grandma's dumb subs.
And that's weird. We don't want your grandma's dub subs. No, we don't want that anymore. And remember to leave your comment down below if you've been binge watching anything, so that I have some stuff to binge watch. That'd be really, really helpful. shout outs to you guys. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for coming by, hanging out with us, your favorite
I was
boys.
gonna say the gang, but it's only the two
just
of us.
us
So
today.
The boys, I guess.
And
the duet.
we will see you
Tamale.
on the flip side.
Hey.